All right, dearly beloved. Today's little sermon is a little different than normal. I have a public announcement to make, and it feels a little bit surreal to be making this announcement. But here it is. After more than 15 years of guiding transformations for clients and students, I am announcing my retirement from creative business coaching and uh, the creative agency services that we've been offering at Magic Media for quite some time. Now, it's not 100% retirement, more like 80 to 90%. Um, and the reason I'm an entrepreneur through and through, and I will always serve entrepreneurs in some capacity, because I love what this is. I love supporting people to bring ideas to life. Um, but I just can't help myself from wanting to make ideas come to life. But the truth is, and I've known this for a long time, is that coaching is not my calling. Creating is my calling, making magic and delivering that magic to the world. And so, uh, why am I moving from a successful career as a coach and creative agency? And there's three words, and I'm very excited about these three words, and it's Magic Kids, baby. Um, if for those of you who've been following the journey, you know we've poured our hearts, souls, 300 artists to date, and close to $1 million into Magic Kids in the last 4.5 years. It's been this unexpected surprise in my life, and we have built the rocket ship. The engines are humming. I've been having meetings with investors, pulling together an incredible team of advisors right now, and the launch countdown feels like it's really on right now. We're raising the 1.5 million USD to take this company to a whole new stratosphere, and simultaneously, we have a number of really life-changing contracts that are in conversations right now that are in the seven-figure territory that will take Magic Kids to a whole new wave of momentum. And with that momentum, we'd be able to do what Magic Kids is built to do, which is to inspire and empower millions of families around the world and help parents raise a generation of empowered creators with less screens and more imagination and creativity in their lives. And so, as I reflect on the last 20 years, there's been a bunch of parts of my path that I chose, but there's been a bunch of other parts of my path that chose me. When I became a meditation teacher, it wasn't like I sought to go teach meditation. I was asked by a friend, and before I knew it, that became my livelihood for 3 years. And I'd taught over 500 workshops. And when I got to the end of that, I kind of realized that okay, I've done this. Now what? And that was when I moved on to building my library. And so I built my library so I could free up my time to have more creative capacity and money to do the things. And then that library blew up, became very successful, and I started having all sorts of people who were in the coaching space and online teaching space ask me to coach them. And so that led to me coaching people for years, over a decade. I've built a whole coaching enterprise that was not necessarily something I sought out to do. Again, in all my creative time or all my spare time, what I do with it is I create. And creating is what I want to do. And I've become a coach because that was just something that happened organically. And I've loved it, but it wasn't an intention I ever had along the way. It felt like coaching chose me. And so, with everything that we've been doing at Magic Kids, when we launched it, it felt like this is what I've been training for with all of the people's businesses that I've helped to build and grow and launch over the years, and all the skills I've learned about creating and managing teams, growing teams, supporting people with teams, making money, marketing, relationships, licensing, strategic partners, etc. Is like it's all been preparation for what we're doing. And it's been a hell of a lot of fun doing the coaching stuff. There's just no regrets. There's like it's awesome. It's been amazing. And so, as I step into the next chapter, I was reflecting the other day on what are like the top 10 lessons that I've learned from 21 years of trial, error, face plants, breakthroughs, and building businesses, the hard and mostly joyful way. And so I have 10 little thoughts that I wanna leave with, and then we'll go from there. So one, to be paid like a pro, work like a professional. This was a lesson I gained when producing our audio library. My first version of my audio library, the quality was shit. I hired my buddy Blair, who is a wizard with audio production, music, etc. And he took me to a whole other level where all of a sudden some of the top companies in the audio space and transformation space paid attention, and I became number one. And that was that. So it's just like it doesn't take a lot of extra money to do work that is really, really professional at a top of the end line, and it's worth the investment when you do. Um, and so if you're online, you're a media company. You need to treat yourself like a media company. Your work needs to stand out, especially this day and age where you're competing for attention with AI. You need to have your soul really open to sharing your gifts in beautiful and creative ways. Leaning into your stories is one of your most powerful gifts because AI has no lived experience where you do. And so lean into that. And I would just say always be upgrading your skills as a creator. Whether that's video, audio, whatever it is for you that is your creatorship that's going to be serving and supporting people is like keep upgrading that craft and just like have a never-ending devotion to that. And if you need to, hire help. It's called a business investment. And usually when you invest in the right areas of your business, you get big returns on those investments. So I would just suggest that. Number two, make your work a work of art. I've been saying this for a long time. It's what I've tried to do with everything that I've built is always trying to make what I'm creating something that is beautiful, something that is unique, something that allows for me to like let my creative soul really kick some ass. And so my question is, who loves a nice, boring brand? Nobody. Nobody loves a nice, boring brand. They die quietly while the world is sleeping. And so I encourage you to let your freak flag fly, whatever that is for you. You know who you are, and your people are going to find you by you expressing the shit out of your uniqueness, whatever that is. It's okay to be weird. It's okay to be you. In fact, it's highly encouraged because there's people out there that are only going to resonate with you as you are. And so let that be shared. Number three, relationships are your most valuable asset. Humans are not transactions. So show up with generosity and have clear boundaries, as in know your rates and speak them confidently. Have packages, have like structure around how you negotiate, what you're negotiating, and just stand confidently in that because that's what people want is for you to just be confident in what you do and treat your audience like gold. Treat your clients like gold. The people on your email list, those people are gold. And keep tabs on those who matter most. Whether it's business contacts, life contacts, family, friends, keep tabs on everybody. Because when we keep tabs and we nurture the relationships we have, we don't need more. We have enough. We have what we're actually looking for. And so treat relationship tending as a spiritual practice. Number four, create with leverage in mind. So ask yourself, as you're building what you're building, does this set me free in 5 years or does it bury me? It's important, and this is one of the ways that we've really supported people through the creative agency at Magic Media is you build assets, you build systems, and you build with wisdom. Every piece that you're creating needs to be leveraged in multiple ways. And that's where the power of licensing comes in. That's where multi-platform exposure comes in. That's where instead of just sending out an article, you create a video, an audio, and an article all together. And the tech now to do these things is so much easier and better than it's ever been before. You don't have to be a slave to your business or your clients. We become entrepreneurs because we want freedom, we want purpose, and chances are we want to get paid through our passions. So make sure that freedom remains top of mind as you create and grow. If you find yourself like in the hustle and grind and not enjoying a single moment of it, and you've lost sight of the top of the mountain that you're trying to climb to, take a pause and ask why you're doing what you're doing. Is there a better way to forge ahead? I've definitely beat my head against the wall doing things that weren't working and expelling way too much energy. And then pivot, things get lighter, they get easier, they get better. Because you don't want to resent what you're making. You want to love it, you want to enjoy it. Number five is don't be so fucking scared. I have failed spectacularly. I've run out of money. I've gone into debt. And guess what? I'm not dead. I'm wiser. I'm more resilient. So keep moving, always creating, keep learning. These are really important things. It's like every day you're bringing magic into your life and out into the world. So don't let fear stop you from doing something really incredible. You were born for greatness, so do great things again and again. Six, have fun. Seriously, have fun. Your best ideas, the best relationships, and your best opportunities come when you are enjoying yourself. It's when you are most magnetic, is when you're in a flow and you're enjoying and love is flowing. So don't take yourself so seriously. It really honestly sucks all the fun out of a room. It sucks the fun out of a project. It puts unnecessary stress on every action you take and every thought you think and every article you want to send to your newsletter. Just like really, that comes back to being your unique self is like, just enjoy it because one day we die. And in 200 years, all this hard work and effort we're putting in probably maybe won't even matter. You know, who knows? Do the best we can with the life we have. Lighten up, experiment, play. Messiness is where breakthroughs happen. So be more kid-like. Seven, uh, as a stubborn Taurus, I can just offer this one. Hire a mentor. ChatGPT is great. It's powerful, but it's not a real relationship. Find people who you trust and admire, invest in guidance, join a mastermind, start a mastermind, hire a coach, whatever it takes. We all need someone who's been there and done that. And at the phase that I'm in right now with Majik Kids and the growth we're going through and all these unknowns that I'm now moving through is like I have never been more grateful in my entire life for mentorship to help me step into the vision that I have, the next level. And most of the time, paying a mentor money for their wisdom is worth every penny you get back. So find the right mentors. Don't just trust any marketing guru on the internet. Like, really screen test people if you're going to hire them and pay them money. Like, s trust your spidey senses when you find somebody that you like. I know for sure I've saved tens of thousands of dollars just this year, thanks to the people I have in my life who are surrounding me and supporting me. And so, you don't have to do it all alone. In fact, it's highly discouraged that you work in an isolated silo. Find your people. Number eight, licensing is where the money is. I've been saying this for years. There's a lot of money to be made in licensing. Hardly anyone talks about this, and I can just happily say it is the best. From 9 licensing deals for my meditation library, over $500,000 generated of just purely passive income. They built me audiences. I have tens of thousands of reviews, and that's reached millions of people that I haven't had to do any work since signing those licensing contracts. Majik Kids this year's closed 45 deals. It's unbelievable what kind of revenue that will generate in 3 years from now as those generate traction. License today for freedom down the road. And as you're creating assets, use professional gear for your courses, for your audio library, etc., so that down the road you have 20 tracks or assets, whatever. Those are leverageable, licensable assets. But if, like me, when I first started my library, I did not do it at a professional level, none of it could have been licensed. And so just make sure, like, if that's the long plan, then do good work with good equipment. Because Honestly, you can build it once and sell it infinite times across infinite platforms. This is truly leverage. This is where dreams can come true, where you can take back your time. Uh, hire me for an hour and I'll help you make money for your lifetime. Number nine, get off social media. Just get off. If you've been on social media for a while and you're still not making money over there, leave today. I will say, this year, I went to South by Southwest in March. I joined LinkedIn because that's where everybody was exchanging information. And I have been absolutely delighted at some of the connections that I have made over on LinkedIn. And those connections are definitely leading to amazing opportunities. Um, so if you're looking to connect with people, I will say LinkedIn is pretty amazing for like reaching out and sending cold messages to folks and building rapport and relationships. So if there's one social media platform and you're building a business, that one seems to be working for me. I can't say it'll work for everyone. It is social media, but all the other ones, it's such a rigged game unless you're going to spend a lot of money. Um, so if it's not working out well, and it's making you feel like you're a failure, you're doing things wrong, or you're a little loser, or like your work isn't needed, because that's kind of what happens when you spend too much time on those platforms. You see all these other people being successful, and it makes you feel like garbage because you get 9 likes on a post. And that's not what life is about. So you need to find ways to get in front of real humans with your product or service. And marketing, or your best marketing, is probably teaching. It's getting in front of people and just doing your signature workshop, speaking in front of live groups in person, building a local village and community around your work, whatever it is, and having those real conversations with folks. Like I shared this the other day, I think, or maybe it was in the signature workshop training. But Cynthia, she did a signature workshop last week. 1,711 new people joined her email list as a result of one 60-minute workshop. You will spend thousands of dollars on Facebook to get that many warm leads. And those would be cold leads coming from Facebook ads or Instagram ads. I have a buddy who's doing his signature workshop. He's running traffic to his signature workshop page as a test run. And he had one person sign up for a signature workshop out of 300 leads. And he paid a bunch of money for those leads. Plus, he hired an agency to do the ads campaigns. It's just like warm introductions are always what you want. And Facebook is never going to give you that much traffic for for the free. You can spend a lot. Number 10, focus on what truly matters. So if you feel like family is first, then stop acting like work is. My own lesson here. Build your business around your values, not the other way around. Love bends to your command and your actions. So, what do you really want? And then do that and stop doing all the other bullshit that's out of alignment with that. Get clear on what you want. Only do what's in alignment. Let go of the rest. Things will work out. Be in charge of your destiny and your happiness. Get grounded and figure out what to do next based on what you want and what matters. Strip away the rest. And then it was supposed to be 10, but I had an 11th come up, and it's a bonus one because you should always have a bonus one. When I'm working out, there's always like, okay, gonna do one more for good luck. So this one's for good luck. And it is, you matter. Always remember that you matter, that your work matters, that pull that you feel. It honestly is so important. So you matter. Your work is important. It is important that you get your work out into the world in front of the people that you have gone through shit to get to where you are. You have lived a hard experience. You've struggled. You've overcome adversity. You have transformed yourself. You have gained so many skills, and you are ready to change people's lives. And so, any of the backstories that you might still be carrying of who am I to do this? Why should I do this? I can't do this. Any of those things is just like keep reminding yourself you know what to do, and then just do it. And let yourself easily bypass any resistance that might hold you back from just simply doing it. There are people waiting for you. They will be so grateful that you overcame everything that you have to bless their lives with your gifts. And there was definitely a time that I didn't believe that what I was doing actually mattered, but I have seen the ripples and impact countless times over the years of just like getting over my bullshit, stepping into service, and just doing whatever needed to be done for the folks who showed up in my sphere. So you need to know that you matter and your work matters. We all do. We all have a role to play in building the more beautiful world that's completely and totally possible. It's what we're here to do right now. Shit's falling apart. It's gonna get dark, and we're here to hold the light and serve people and build community and villages and help people heal and help people find joy and to transform and to build new economies and to create new kinds of partnerships and relationships. Like we are here to redesign humanity's experience. And so put the blinders on. Don't look at all the mess. Just get to work because you got this. So for me, what's next? Starting in 2026, I'll be full-time scaling Magic Kids into a household name. I'm going to continue growing Play Chi Ball as a grassroots movement. We've been setting up all of the automated shipping pieces right now. And that will just continue to grow as it grows. And who knows where in 5 years from now? Well, I'm pretty sure in 5 years from now, it's going to be a pretty big thing. But we'll be pulling in a team so it doesn't distract me from my mission with Magic Kids. It feels very, very aligned. Um, this container that I've been running inside the Magic Mind, we're gonna be, it's gonna shift. So instead of twice a week, I'm going to be offering twice a month. There's going to be a membership still available with all of my trainings and libraries. There's going to still be a intimate community for folks that want to be a part of that. It will be a lower price than the 500 a month. It'll be 247 a month, and I will continue to be in service to what I've created. Similar to my meditation library, it feels ridiculous and silly to like when I figured I was done with meditation, I was like, I can't just walk away. I need to create a legacy project that can live on after I have stepped away from meditation fully. And so that's what my audio library was, is I put in the work and I created a legacy project that lives on after I have completed that chapter in my life. And so what this is, the Magic Mind, the Magic Vault, I don't have a name for it yet, will be a legacy project that I continue to run. Those of you who are at a previous rate, you can be grandfathered in at your current rate if you want to continue in the space. What I would imagine is Coralie will help create ways in which the community can also support itself, where people can offer their own workshops in the space that aren't dependent on me showing up to. That there can be more co-facilitation and accountability within the group that isn't just I'll show up for my twice a month, but there's going to be other ways that people can be of service to each other, hold each other up, and make magic happen. And so that will be starting in the new year. There is a lifetime offer available right now for $1,500 where you can just remain in it for life. And then I'm going to continue sharing my Making Magic podcast, YouTube and Substack. As I go through all of the exciting adventures that lie ahead, and all the lessons, I'm still going to blog and teach about business because that's just part of who I am and what I like doing. So that will continue happening. And then I will have a very small group of entrepreneurs that I'll coach one-on-one in ways that it works. And then maybe an annual retreat as Studio Magic for a crew. But that feels like it, the 80-90% of my focus is going to be going into scaling Magic Kids. And I feel like we're just at the cusp of the big breakthrough that I have been working so hard on to get to. Um, and it's exciting. I'll be a forever entrepreneur. There will come a time when I pull back from CEO hood at Magic Kids, and maybe it's play Chi Ball, maybe it's my B golf that'll focus after that when I get to a retirement phase of my career. But I'll always be sharing and creating things in the world. And so my hopes is that we all just continue growing together and we keep getting better and we keep, bringing more of our gifts to the world. And it excites me to be, closing the door on a chapter with our creative agency, which has been amazing. And it's supported my lifestyle and it's supported Magic Media to fund Magic Kids. But it's taken so much of my focus away from Magic Kids. What we've built has been, a day a week for me to be able to focus on Magic Kids. And I felt very scattered this year. And so to be pulling it all back in to focus feels, um, I don't even know what that's going to be like to just have 100% of my energy going into the thing that I'm wanting to pour everything into. So this has been on my mind. I've been contemplating. I've been fearful of like, pulling the plug on my main source of revenue and income. But it's kind of gotten to a point this year where I'm like, this is exactly what I want. I have to just step in and say yes to this. And we're getting to the end of the year, and I was realizing it's like there's going to be memberships that renew, and people are going to be wondering what's going on next year, what's the plan? And so I had to make a decision, and this feels really expansive and exciting. And I look forward to continuing to tend what we have started here around this digital campfire, and to watch how it wants to organically grow from here. Um, and I'll still be available to check in and offer support in the community space and all that. And I just want to say big thank yous for everybody. If you're ever giving me money, which I know all of you here have, for coaching courses, workshops, products, memberships, agency services, etc. Like big thank you. Your investment has helped me to build a world-class creative brand. It's helped me pay my artists fairly. It has helped me build a team and create a movement. And I hope that the work that I have done with you will continue to help you and to build the life and business that you're proud of and support you to make more revenue as you grow it. Um, and yeah, I'm just grateful. Thanks for listening to this public service announcement. I was a little bit nervous coming today. I didn't know how the feelings were going to be. And it's nice to, thanks for holding the space for me to share this. Onwards and upwards we go. And I'm excited for all the next chapters to come.